All right, good afternoon. Andrew Snorton, Staff Network based here in Atlanta. My question is probably going to be a 2-point. What would you say when you look at your journey just getting to this point in regards to rediscovering, uncovering history, and you have the scholarship in place, what are other things you'd like to do to expand your reach? And then second, what do you think needs to be done for that audience or those ancestors that have yet to come forward?
So, and just for me, I see the resolution as just a first step, right? One thing you have to do is you have to recognize what happened. And I see this as part and parcel of the effort to have a scholarship, the effort to put the plaque up. I know that the Remembrance Project has worked on that and coming to recognize this, the effort to recognize the lynchings that have happened all over this area. This does need to be taught in the schools. This does need to be taught. Our children do need to know their history. I say this as a white Southerner, who was brought up, and my father was like, the Civil War is about slavery, and slavery corrupted everything it taught, and you need to know that, and you need to know that. And my family, in part it was a result, it very much devoted themselves to social justice. My aunt is heading up the Remembrance Project in Greensboro, North Carolina, because of that history and knowing that. And that, does confer some obligation to address the wrongs and the residual effects that have passed down through the generations to us. So this is a part, though, I have a whole series of pieces of legislation for me that I'm working on and that I have that are here to try to redress, some of these issues and make sure, again, we understand how this event and subsequent ones, right, the many barriers the Black community has faced, that we recognize those barriers through time and we find ways to address them and lift people up so that they have that chance, they have that opportunity. And exactly, the loss of 270 acres of land, right, that had an intergenerational effect on families. And we want to make that whole and to make people strong and to redress what happened. As a community, and do that. And so, that very much I have a whole slate of pieces of legislation that I've co-sponsored and pieces of legislation that I'm introducing, that are part of that ongoing effort to make our community whole.